What's up, family? Welcome to APW Talk, and today I'm going to talk about why you should adopt a Bitcoin standard or get left behind. But before we dive into it, please hit the like button. If you already haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Again, please hit the like button. It does help out with the algorithm. So let's go ahead and dive into it, family. So why do I believe that it's time to adopt a Bitcoin standard or get left behind? I always say, don't really pay attention to what people on TV are saying. Watch what the big money is doing. Now we have corporations adopting a Bitcoin standard. We have the richest man in the world, one of the biggest, most known, most innovative companies in the world, bought 1.5 billion in Bitcoin, and also wanted to offer their products for Bitcoin, and in documents saying that they would also hold on to this Bitcoin. So really think about this, family. Really pay attention to what's going on globally with the financial system, because of everything we got going on, what's been spreading. I won't say the word. Really think about that macro backdrop. You know, how governments are printing all this money, how assets are inflating. Look at the stock market, look at homes. Prices are inflating through the roof. Now you have billionaires and millionaires coming out saying they allocating Bitcoin to preserve their wealth and purchasing power. You have corporations now. So the CEO of Michael Saylor, he has been like a champion of Bitcoin for this past year. He's the CEO of MicroStrategy. They have put a boatload of money into Bitcoin as a reserve asset, and they just had a conference last week for other corporations to chime in on how they should allocate Bitcoin and the game plan on how to do this. But during this session, you know, at the beginning, it was Michael Saylor. He was talking to, what's the gentleman name? NY Dig. I can't remember his name, but he was talking to another CEO, and he was explaining to him the adoption rate of how many corporations are gobbling up Bitcoin now. Like, it took years to get to that first billion, but yet people buying $1 billion worth of Bitcoin in a couple of days. So really think about this. Then you have athletes now allocating some of their paycheck towards Bitcoin to make sure they preserve their purchasing power. So, you know, if you're, regardless of what you do, if you a bus driver, a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer, pro athlete, everyday citizen, whatever you do, just being a citizen of this world, who has the most power right now? Corporations and technology companies. I expect this coming year to see a plethora of companies, especially tech companies, saying they're adopting Bitcoin on the cash reserves. And not only that, it will continue to accumulate Bitcoin. I see a rush of companies also incorporating Bitcoin into their business model, whether that be selling Bitcoin, starting to accept Bitcoin as payment, building other products that's Bitcoin related, being that like credit cards, you get Bitcoin back. Things are about to get serious. So you have to tell yourself, right now you're getting paid a currency that's inflating, losing value rapidly. You have assets all around you inflating, that's getting more expensive. So the purchasing power of the money you getting paid is losing value, yet all the assets you want are gaining value rapidly. What should you do? They tell you invest in mutual funds, invest in the stock market. Stock market is at all-time highs, and keep on rising. Think about that. And then precious metals market is highly manipulated. Yes, crypto can be manipulated, but Bitcoin, like no other asset of its kind, It has, it's, you can check what's going on with it. Like, it's like a truth machine. You know, you can't make more Bitcoin. Like, everybody sees the flows of Bitcoin. So the more adoption it has, the more people buying it, it's already Gold 2.0, but it's also turning into more than that. And to go back to the conference of MicroStrategy about the talk he was having with the CEO from NYDIG, he was saying there's a chapter 2 of Bitcoin the network. So there's a guy named Jack Mallers. Look him up. He's the CEO of this company called Stripe. They have an app. He's basically built a mobile cash app on top of the Bitcoin network. So I could be sitting right here in America, have a friend in England, send him $1,000. It'll look like $1,000. It'll be $1,000 US on my Strike account. Zip it to him straight there. It'll be 1,000 euros in his account. But it was done on the Bitcoin network. The Bitcoin moved the value. And it's basically free. Basically Netflix the global payment rails. So really think about that.
Studying a lifetime of lessons studying the markets. But I now think in Bitcoin, and it's very freeing. And through that lens of thinking in Bitcoin, Bitcoin is not volatile. Fiat is volatile. The price of college is volatile, and fiat keeps getting cheaper in Bitcoin. The price of prime real estate is very volatile, and fiat keeps getting cheaper in Bitcoin. The price of all of my long-dated denominated liabilities, like a mortgage or retirement, or we do a lot of work with insurance companies, they're long-dated fiat-based liabilities, a death benefit for life insurance contracts or annuity payments. Those are extraordinarily volatile in fiat, and they each keep getting cheaper in Bitcoin. And so to understand really what's going on and why this is happening, I think we need to ask ourselves two things. One, like what is money? Like what is it? And why is Bitcoin an excellent money, or even is it an excellent money? So what's money? Money is technology. It is, and it always has been technology, whether it was seashells or salt. And if gold went to, I don't know, $100,000 an ounce, it's up 50x overnight. You and I know what's going to happen tomorrow morning. The miners are going to get to work very early, right?
I'd be mining it.
You and I would drop the phone and start mining, right? We're going to start mining. We're going to look around our house for gold. We're going to melt it down. We're going to drive up the supply. We can't skyrocket the supply, but we're going to drive up the supply. We're going to drive down the price of gold. If during the course of this conversation, people really feel like bullish on Bitcoin and Bitcoin goes to 1 million, I'm just saying that with a smile, what's going to happen to the supply of Bitcoin? Nothing.
So family, like I was saying, going forward, if you're trying to save money or invest and you see these corporations, wealthy individuals, even normal individuals, you have sovereign individuals all around the world, athletes now adopting a Bitcoin standard. Like, I'll make an example. A lot of people, they make sure with every transaction, you know, it's Bitcoin is associated, whether that's getting Bitcoin back, earning Bitcoin, or buying Bitcoin. And it could be done. I have a lot of links in my description where, like the Fold card, you can get Bitcoin back for every purchase. So it's doable. And people save in Bitcoin. They save in this hard asset because it is the most scarce, pristine asset on earth now. So yeah, fam, that's all I wanted to bring to y'all attention. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion. I think people should adopt the Bitcoin standard starting now before it's too late. You know, start to stack sats, save in Bitcoin, and you will see your wealth grow over time. It's just the smartest thing to do if you want to save your purchasing power. And on that note, family, y'all know how I love to say we don't dive in the rabbit hole. We love to sleep in it. Check out my podcast, APW Talk. Link is in the description. If you're interested in buying Bitcoin, I have links to different exchanges, so check them out. You can get free Bitcoin back. Also, if you want to get the Fold card and start getting Bitcoin back on all your purchases, even paying bills or rent, check out the Fold card. Referrals in the description. And I hope all y'all having a great day or night around. I'm sorry. I'm leaving that in too. I hope